There's nothing like raising boys for surprising you. 12 years have passed since I first roughed out a chapter on conkers for a publisher. I wrote then, in this age of video games and mobile phones, there must still be a place for knots, tree houses, and stories of incredible courage. That's just as important today. Though how we missed picking a lock, making an elastic band gun, and learning sign language, I'll never know. In the intervening years, I wrote down a good idea whenever I heard one. Perhaps I always knew I'd go back and do another book. These are all new chapters, from casting things in resin, doing table tricks, and wiring a lamp, to learning strength exercises, the 12 Caesars, stress balls, and ancient ruins. There is also a design for a paper airplane, and yes, it's even better than the last one. The world is full of fascinating things. You'll see. Conn Iggulden. Notes from the Treehouse. For us, this has been a chance to act like boys without consequences, to make catapults, build igloos, and mix chemicals. We spent 2 days casting our grandfather's beans in resin to preserve them forever, and who knows how many evenings playing cards with our family. We learned to make a paper frog jump and to polish shoes like the army. Yet it was also a chance to show our dad some of the things we knew and he didn't. Those sunny afternoons the three of us spent learning sign language or struggling to teach him how to solve a Rubik's Cube will be some we never forget. For all that, we are very grateful. So when we have sons of our own and we pick up this book, what will stay in our minds and our memories will not be individual triumphs and disasters. No, in the end, what matters most is that we did these things together. Cameron Iggulden, Arthur Iggulden. Picking locks. To open a padlock or the cylinder lock of a door without a key, you need to have an idea of how that lock works. The process of picking the lock is actually fairly simple and involves just 2 tools. When we were young, all the spies and heroes on TV seemed to be able to do it in 5 seconds with a bent hairpin. It felt a little like a superpower. The truth is that it's a little trickier, but not that much. While researching this, we managed to open an old padlock, and that was one of the most satisfying moments of a lifetime. Before we get to picks, look at all the illustrations in the enhancement for this chapter, preferably with a padlock in hand. A standard padlock is identical in function to the cylinder lock on a front door. A cylinder, usually of brass, has to turn to release the lock. It cannot turn while a number of pins pass through it, blocking it from moving. Those pins come in 2 parts, a driver pin and a differ pin, with a spring pressing them down and the shape of the lock holding them in place. The different lengths of the differ pins match the key to the lock. When the correct key is pushed in, it raises those pins one by one to a shear point. When the differ pins are raised to the shear point, the cylinder turns. The trick, then, is to copy the action of that key. Lock picks. Slightly to our surprise, 2 pieces of wire might work. However, we discovered that only after purchasing 4 different sets of lock picks. The cheapest was £3 and fitted inside a fake credit card. The most expensive came with 2 Perspex locks and about 20 different lock picks. We don't usually recommend internet purchases. In this case, though, search for lock picks and consider buying a Perspex lock or asking for one as a present. They're interesting things. Although this chapter is not intended to make you into a professional locksmith, it is our hope that, with a bit of practice, you'll be able to open a padlock of your very own, or your front door. The first tool is called a tension tool or tension wrench. It keeps a slight turning force on the lock as you attempt to raise the pins. You'll need a stiff piece of metal. An ordinary paper clip would bend too easily. Examples can be seen in the enhanced